Hi guys, welcome to the new video and today we'll discuss some more DevOps interview questions. So first question that I think is important is load balancing. So what is load balancing and how will load get distributed over machine? So interviewers can ask this. So first of all, load balancing is distributing the workload across multiple servers. The advantages of load balancing is maximizing the throughput, minimizing the response time, and optimizing resource usage. And the load get distributed among the servers using round robin algorithm. So basically, when there are, if suppose there are three servers, so first request will go to first server, second request will go to second server, third request will go to third server, and fourth request again will go to the first server. So in this way the load balancing is done. Okay. And there can be question if suppose there like um, there are two servers and you have configured the horizontal pod or autoscaler. So one of the server is consuming like it's almost going to cross threshold that you have mentioned, and the other server is fine. So will the new pod will be created or not? So I have to mention that basically we take the average utilization. So the if average utilization is not crossing the threshold, then the new pod will not be created. Once average utilization crosses the threshold, then the new pod will be created. Then most of the time, like if um, the the interview can ask that how will you persuade your customers to use Docker over VMs, or use Kubernetes over a Docker Swarm, or use uh, so you should know the advantages of all these tools. Like Docker is lightweight and it is portable. It can be configured over any like platform. We don't have to check the compatibility. It reduces the delivery time and all this. So in this way, in Kubernetes is more good because it gives auto scaling options and automatic auto scaling option. Whereas in Docker Swarm, there are external tools which are used, and else you have to do manual scaling and all this. Then they can ask that how to configure ingress, because most of the time they'll ask this ingress thing. uh, so you have to tell that ingress uh, con- uh, works with ingress controller, and all the services will communicate to one ingress which we have configured, and it can be, we can use HA proxy as ingress, or we can use contour as ingress. And basically it will map, like we in controller we have to map, like if the traffic is coming from the browser at this port, then where it has to be routed. And it can be done on host based routing can be done, or the path based routing can be done. Okay. We have to mention the backend in case we haven't mentioned any like in for any traffic, then a clear cut message to be given. You can even configure certificate on at ingress level using TLS. So in this way you tell about ingress. Okay. And what is the challenge, that why knuckle is still not preferred, or why we should not, or why knuckle is not that much used in then security group, Or what is the limitation? Simple. What is the limitation of knackle? So knackle is like it is challenging to determine the access right of a given subject, and it is very difficult to remove a user right from all objects. So this is a limitation of knackle. Okay. Then how can you optimize Jenkins pipeline for multiple environments? That I don't want multiple Jenkins pipeline code. So we can use parameterization in a Jenkins pipeline. We can mention the environment as parameter. We can give uh, dev, prod, UAT, and then we can mention that in our steps, that if we can check if environment is equal to dev, then we can perform this action. We can deploy our uh, code or our package at this server. So in this way we can optimize a Jenkins pipeline so that we don't have to use multiple pipeline code for each and every environment. Then most important question is, if you have mentioned disaster, then you have participated in disaster recovery drill, or you know about disaster recovery. If you have mentioned this in resume, or they will ask, and in case if they don't ask, you should mention this, because that is very important um, thing. And if you're highlighting this, it will be a good impression that if you know about disaster recovery. So in disaster recovery, there are 2 points, RTO and RPO. So RTO means recovery time objective, and RPO means recovery point objective. So RTO means that how much time there is a delay in the business, like the business can tolerate from the disaster event until the time the services are continued back. So that time in between, it is called recovery, RTO, recovery time objective. Recovery point objective means that since the last, like when we take the backup in in 1 hour, every 1 hour. Now the disaster happened, so we lost 1 hour data. So longest time that may pass since the last backup window. Matlab, longest time a business like can tolerate that. Okay, we lost 1 hour data, but it's fine. So these 2 points are very important. In this way, there are four methods that we can follow for DR strategies. First is backup and restore. Second is pilot light. Third is warm standby, and fourth is multi-site active. Backup and restore is the lowest cost but with longest RTO. Pilot light is the medium cost with the medium RTO. Warm standby provides a high cost and low RTO, and multi site active means provide high cost and a near zero RTO. But it depends on your budget, it depends how much a delay a business can handle. In that way, we can scale, like roll out our plan of DR. So, in our what my organization did, they used to in DR recovery, they used to create that scenario. They used to bring down the primary side. Then from the backup, they used to restore the data and everything, and the secondary side was made up. So they were following the lowest cost, but the RTO time was around 4 hours. But this was for disaster drill. But I think when the actual disaster happened, then the best thing is either we should have in like multiple active site, they should not be as active, like they should not be made that active, they should not be they should be in we can shut down the resources. And when any such event happens, or when any one region is down, or when any one data center is down, we can bring that up and create the AMI and replicate the resources, and we should have a scripts ready, the Terraform script. So basically in DR drill, our Terraform script is also tested, that whatever scripts we are using, those can be used during actual disasters. So these points should be kept in mind, and this way you can explain. And then the other question is that how do you do maintenance activity on Kubernetes node? So first we cordon the node, kubectl cordon node ID. Cordon means we make the node unschedulable. Then we drain the node. We can ignore daemon sets for that, daemon nodes. And then we, after the maintenance activity, OS patches done or software upgrade is done, then we uncordon the node. How we can increase the Kubernetes security using RBAC, okay, and then using namespace, of course, then using access control policies and turn on audit logging. So in this, these are few of the questions related to DevOps, and I'll try to bring more videos out. Till then, stay tuned. Bye.